Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon's blog. I'm excited to come your way. It is Wednesday afternoon here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. You out there, you are in your afternoon or you are in your morning in Africa. In Europe, you're also in your morning. In America, it's still in the night. But here in Asia, we are in the afternoon. I'm very glad to come your way once again. This is Salon's blog, and it's all about Chelsea. So we kick off with Chelsea. We can bring in some other news items. But right now, our focus is on Chelsea first. Dear friend, let's get started. Raheem Sterling is happy at Chelsea despite recent criticisms. He remains committed to Chelsea with his contract at Stamford Bridge still having more than 3 years left to run. Raheem Sterling's contract still more than 3 years left to run, and therefore he is happy to be in Chelsea, according to our sources. Yeah. All right. Jose Marino. This morning is more like a breaking news for you, exclusively for you. Jose Marino, he said, I am always going to be more than a coach. I am always going to be more than a coach. In some clubs, you are the coach. In other clubs, you have to be coach, technical director, communication director, image guy, defending club and players. I want to be a coach. I was a coach at Inter, at Real Madrid, at Chelsea, at Porto. In some other clubs, I wasn't the coach. In some other clubs, I wasn't the coach. What were you, Jose? It means that in some other clubs, he was everything. He was a coach, the technical director, communication director, image guy, defending the club and players. But at Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Inter, and then Porto, he was mainly the coach. On the pitch of play, in training ground, as the job that coaches does is what he was doing in these 3 or 4 clubs. But the other clubs, no, he was something else. Well, when he granted the interview to Fabrizio Romano, these are some of his words from that interview, from that excerpts of the interview. Dear friend, that is Jose Marino for you. All right. Chelsea. Let's see what Chelsea will decide. I think it's more on the club now. Because Gallagher wants to stay and has never created any problem for the club. Even when there was interest from Tottenham last summer, he has been a professional and respectful. So let's see how Chelsea would act. Conor Gallagher wants to discuss a new contract at Chelsea, but the club wants to take their time to understand the situation with Gallagher and the cost of his contract in the context of financial fair play. It is very clear now. The club are weighing their options. They want to balance the books. They want to be sure on what exactly will happen before they agree on Conor Gallagher's terms. Gallagher wants to stay. He wants to sign a contract. But the club is the one that is delaying everything. From what we are hearing right now, Gallagher wants to discuss a new contract at Chelsea, but the club wants to take their time to understand the situation with Gallagher and the cost of his contract in the context of financial fair play. So it's no longer the player's problem. It is the club that is delaying the contract. It is a club. And it's not only Gallagher. We will get forward and I'll show you some other ones also. Yeah. Okay, Chelsea are offering a salary of £250,000 as they search for a new head of performance medicine to help injury issues. The new recruits will also oversee medicals of the new signings as Chelsea look to add this summer. So we are still adding to the medical department. We are now offering a salary of £250,000 a month to our new head of performance medicine, the new head of medicine that we want to recruit. Chelsea want to recruit a specialist. Why won't they just go back for Eva Konere? You remember the lady Eva Konere? Yes, they should just go back for her. She was one of the best we have in the Premier League until she had a problem with Jose Mourinho then. If they are looking for someone capable that can take good care of the players as the doctor in the team, the medical, that department that can handle it very perfectly. They should just go back for that lady, Eva Connery. She's the best and she still remains the best. Now, the salary of £250,000. And she'll be in charge of the new signings, their medicals. Well, this is just your breakfast news, dear friend. Exclusive. Once again, on Jose Marino. Jose Marino on potential future in Saudi. Potential future in Saudi Arabia. He said, Cristiano Ronaldo opened the door to Saudi Arabia. Becoming a coach of Saudi Pro League club. If you ask me in the future, never say never. So if you ask him about the future, it is never say never. So you can never rule out the possibility of him becoming a coach in the future in the Saudi Arabia. He said, I had an important proposal, but I said no, as I was committed to AS Roma. He had an important proposal, but he said no because he was committed to AS Roma. Dear friend, these are all Jose's words for you. I'm telling you, this is a news. All right? Breaking news for you. All right, to another one of Chelsea. Romelo Lukaku on wanting to impress when he comes back to England. He was asked, would you like to impress when you come back to England to see if Chelsea will accept you back to the fold? This is what he has to say. Romelo Lukaku, you will have to ask Chelsea. He says, you will have to ask, you journalists, go and ask Chelsea, not me. If the door is open, that means that he will accept it. If they want him, he will accept the deal. But the choice is Chelsea's to make. By the way, dear friend, let me conclude on this note. Now that we have financial fair play issue, in my next episode, I'll bring you the latest update on Victor Osimhen. But right now, we are on Romelo Lukaku. It is true that many of the fans don't like him. It is true that he did many things that went wrong. But as a striker, and he's still scoring goals in Europe, with our current situation of these FFP rules, financial fair play rules, the way things are very tight now, wouldn't it be better instead of spending £100 million in buying a striker, we take back Romelo Lukaku in the summer? Of course, he's coming back to Chelsea. It's not that we are taking him back. He's returning in the summer to Chelsea. As it stands right now, he has a contract with Chelsea and the contract is not yet expired. He's only on loan with AS Roma. So by summer, by June, Romelo Lukaku is coming back to Chelsea fold. He'll be at Cobham. So there is no agreement with AS Roma for them to continue yet. No club has bought him yet. He is still a Chelsea player. Now we want to spend £100 million to buy another player, which we don't have, according to our books. We have the money, we can spend it. But according to the rules of FIFA, European football, and the rules of EPL, Premier League Board, Chelsea cannot spend the way we want to spend. The money is there. Our owners, they have the money, they want to spend it. But based on the FFP rule, financial fair play rules, we just can't spend our own money. The owners got the money. So why not just tend to a striker that is available, which is ours? He is still one of the best strikers in the world. Yes. If you still want to rate strikers now in the world, 5, 6, 7, Lukaku is still among them. So why do we try to be so hard on ourselves and be so hard on Romelu Lukaku himself? Maybe we have to take a second look. Of course, Jackson is there available. If we don't want to make use of Lukaku, he can be on a bench on critical games. Whenever we need him, we'll bring him on board. Then we can make Jackson the main striker. Jackson being the main striker, Lukaku will be on the bench. Once in a while, we bring him on. At least we know that we have 2 main strikers available to free us the space in order not to, worsen our own FFP rules. Listen, what is happening right now in Chelsea, if care is not taken, Chelsea will be deducted points from the source, from the information we are receiving. If care is not taken, Chelsea, even we are on 12th position, by the time they will deduct us points, we'll be back to 0. If we are not even relegated, we might be relegated totally if you're not very careful. So in order to avoid such, personally, I would have been thinking our owners should be planning ahead and see how they can get Lukaku on board. Let me hear from you in the comment section, dear friend. My time is up. I will see you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.